Good morning. Welcome to Faith in the Morning. Something good is going to happen to you today. Thank you so much for joining Faith in the Morning. Faith in the Morning exists to help you start your day with faith and encouragement. Thank you for starting your day with me. I'm going to jump right into it. I got a couple things I want to cover today. I'm connected to what I shared yesterday at Faith Christian Center, and our message was called This is the Way, title inspired by the Mandalorian series and how the creed of the Mandalorians is when they would make decisions and do different things or based on their group, they would say, this is the way. And with that same commitment, we must be committed to the ways of God if we want to experience the best out of this life. You know, one of the scriptures, text scriptures I used yesterday was Psalm 65, 11 and 12. It says, you crown the year with your goodness, and your paths drop fatness. They drop upon the pastures of the wilderness, and the little hills rejoice on every side. That word pass means tracks, and other translation says, the tracks made by your carts overflow with riches, your wagon tracks overflow with abundance, your footsteps drop prosperity behind them, your carts overflow with abundance. So this is picturing a cart on a wagon overflowing, leaving abundance behind. So what is the picture painting here? God left prosperity and abundance on the path he has for you. But also, as I noted yesterday, the word for drop paints the picture of droplets of water like dew. In certain conditions, fog or water vapor can leave water droplets. The fog of God has passed over your path, leaving droplets of abundance and prosperity. This wasn't a small amount of fog with a small amount of droplets, because this word wilderness means desert or uninhabited land, because it's dropping upon the deserts and an uninhabited land. It's causing the little hills to rejoice. Like we reference Isaiah 51, that how God is going to comfort Zion and turn her wilderness and waste places into Eden. God has put enough on your path, not just to sustain you and your family, but he's put so much on your path that it can transform the places where you work, the places where you live, the place where God calls you to go. It's on your path. We said that yesterday. Go ahead and put that in the chat. If you're watching a place, we can put it in the chat. Say, it's on my path. Go ahead, say it out loud and put it in the chat if you can. Say, it's on my path. Well, let's go to Joshua chapter 1, verse 8, because we said this week we're going to talk about how to walk on that path. We shared a little bit more in Marietta that if you're going to walk in this wonderful path, you have to walk in the ways of God. If you're going to walk and enjoy what's on your path, you're going to have to walk in the ways of God. This is the way you walk that path. So go ahead and put it in the chat or say it out loud. Say, this is the way. Go ahead, say, this is the way. Joshua chapter 1, verse 8. It says, this book of the law shall not depart out of your mouth. That means you keep saying it, because he goes on and clarifies this. But you shall meditate. That means to think on, continually say, to mutter, to roar, therein day and night, that you may observe or guard to do according to all that is written therein. For then you shall make your way prosperous, and then you shall have good success. If you want your way, your life, your road, your path to be prosperous, if you want to have good success, this is how you do it. You keep the word of God in your mouth. You keep speaking the word of God. You keep speaking the word over your life. You keep reading the word out loud, and then you think on that word. You continually say that word, and when God directs you and you feel that led in your heart, you speak that word to certain situations, and you watch mountains move. And he says, if you do these things, if you read it like this, meditate on it, think about this, and speak it continually, you will be able to guard what is written therein. You observe it, you guard it, you're able to do it. It becomes your lifestyle. It's not just something you do on Sundays, it's something you do every day. And then when you do those things I just listed, you will make your way prosperous, and then you'll have good success. So if you want to enjoy everything that's on your path, you need to keep the word of God in your mouth. So question for you today, what are you speaking over your day? What scriptures are you speaking over your day? What are you believing to happen in your day that's you're speaking from the word of God? Next, have you read your devotional today? If not, take some time to do so. Read that devotional out loud. We're going through the final chapters of the book of Matthew before we go into the book of Mark. You can follow us on our Faith Plus reading plan right there on the app. You shall think about. So think about what you read. Think about it throughout the day. How does it apply to your day? How does yesterday's message apply to your day? How does this morning's devotional podcast apply to your day? Think on the word and make sure you're doing what you've heard, and make sure you're following the direction of the Spirit of God who's leading you and guiding you from the inside. For if you do that, you will make your way prosperous. Which there may be some things in your way and some challenges in front of you that seems to limit your prosperity or limit your breakthrough or limit your success or limit how far you go. You do it this way, those limits have to change. You will make your way prosperous. What happens if you make something? Something could have resisted, but the force that you have will overcome that resistance. And what is the result? You will have good success. This is the way. Have a great day. Thank you so much for joining for Faith in the Morning. If you haven't already, subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and the YouTube channel for Faith Christian Center. I love you so much. I'll see you tomorrow. God bless.